Hey, Randy Mason here with more from What's Your KCQ? Got a ghost story for you this week, thanks to a reader who asked if it's true that the beautiful old Midland Theatre downtown is really haunted. Well, I didn't bring the motion detector or the infrared camera, any of that stuff, but we are going to go inside to hear about the ghost they call Frank and how he got here in the first place.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, it was in the upper balcony. Up at the very top 400 level is where the package was found and brought down the staircase.
That package turned out to be a bomb, picked up mistakenly by a janitor, a black man named Frank Alexander, who was cleaning up in the balcony after the evening show on January 11th, 1932. He got to the top of the staircase when the bomb exploded, killing him and doing serious damage to the lobby, which had just emptied out.
You can see on the stairs the damage, the pockmarks that remain in the wood.
Why such a violent act? The short answer is labor unrest. Kansas City had two unions representing projectionists at the time, basically waging a turf war. What was intended as intimidation took a tragic turn. The perpetrators were quickly apprehended and sent to prison. Commended for saving lives while giving up his own, Frank's legacy has lived on with reports of a solemn, solitary figure most often seen on the Midland's loge level at the end of the hall near the men's restroom.
A guest at a wedding thought that there was a gentleman standing in the room in maybe dated or disheveled clothing, came downstairs to tell security that when they had, double-take looked over their shoulder, the person was gone. And of course, no one could be located.
Actually, Katie has had a first-person experience of her own.
Was right here in our lower lobby, basement, and sensed someone come into the room. I turned to start talking to them, and I was alone. It was just a change in the air, a sound, a sense that someone had joined me.
There have been other sightings, too, a little creepier. Both a caterer and a security guard believed they saw a young girl standing alone downstairs. The guard asked to be reassigned, but Katie, like most of the folks who work here, isn't really worried.
I like to believe that Frank is here with us, keeping an eye on the building, and so it feels like a friendly presence.
Now, this is a ghost light, one of the oldest traditions in the theater world, a simple bulb that's lit continuously to make sure that workers don't fall off the stage and that if there are any ghosts around it, they know they're welcome too. Hey, while we're on the subject of historically haunted theaters downtown, let's do a double feature.
The Folly Theater at 12th and Central is older than the Midland by 27 years. It started life as the Standard Theater in 1900 and soon changed to the Century. Vaudeville, burlesque, boxing, exotic dancers, a lot of famous entertainers have passed through here and still are. Though this spooky tour through the Folly's subterranean depths might not be for everyone.
I've been here at all times of the day and night, and you do hear a lot of strange sounds from time to time, but I've never actually seen a ghost, darn it.
But people she works with have reported mysterious late-night knocks on the door, and just this month, piano music without a pianist. The best story, though, involves a letter Gail got some years ago from an off-duty policeman.
We had a show that evening here at the theater, but there was nobody here at that point. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody had left. And he said that he drove by and saw this glow behind our bar area. And so he kind of stopped to look in and see what was going on. And there was a gentleman behind the bar with a white top hat and tails. And that is literally what supposedly our house manager at that time, Joe Donegan, wore.
Joe Donegan died in 1930, but here's something that makes the story even better. Turns out he also managed the cabaret in the basement of the Hotel Edward immediately next door to the Folly, or the Century as it was then, meaning that he would have been quite familiar with this amazing old door that once connected the theater and the hotel, probably passed through it hundreds of times. Of course, ghosts don't need doors, do they? For the Kansas City Star and the Kansas City Public Library, I'm Randy Mason, asking, what's your KCQ?